Is it time for Pochettino to be sacked from Chelsea? Welcome to TFN. Afternoon, everybody. Hope you're doing well, and welcome to this episode all about Pochettino. As the pressure grows on him and it's mounting from all directions, should Chelsea cut their losses, get rid of Poch, and bring back Jose? That seems to be the cry at the moment. If you're enjoying the content, please don't forget to hit that like button. Subscribe to the Footy Network if you are new. And let's jump into this one. All right, so let's kick it off by actually asking the question of, was Pochettino good enough in the first place to join Chelsea? If you look at his track record, as decent as it has been in terms of a manager progressing, was he the right fit for Chelsea on what he's won? And honestly, let me read you out some of his kind of managerial claims. He won Ligue 1. I think I'd win Ligue 1 with the team he had back in 21-22. He won Copa de France, whatever that is, and Trophy des Champions as well. And that's basically it. He was bridesmaid for Spurs in the Champions League final, and he was bridesmaid again for Spurs in the UEFA Champions League Cup as well. And that's it. And if you look at the teams he's managed before that, he started at Espanyol for a couple of seasons, then came to Southampton in the Premier League, where he couldn't speak a word of English. And then magically one day he just started speaking English. I remember that weird day. And then from there, Spurs took him on. Now you would say he probably had his most successful progressive time at Tottenham, where he was able to advance a team into a competitive team. And obviously, as I've just mentioned, got him to a couple of finals where they lost. Then goes to PSG and wasn't good enough for PSG standards because PSG are after obviously the Champions League. So why did Chelsea bring him in? Now, the main argument you would say from Chelsea is that he was always good at developing and scouting talent and bringing that talent in and developing it. Look at Southampton, for example, where he had the likes of Mane that he brought through and developed and then sells on for a profit for Southampton. Spurs as well developed quite a few players there, getting the likes of Harry Kane into the first team as a regular, etc. So you can see that from one perspective, as Ted Bowley has gone crazy on buying kids at the moment. So you can see that fit. But did he have the credentials for Chelsea? And I think that's the question really Chelsea fans need to be asking themselves. Now, is sacking the manager always going to be the right answer? Of course it isn't. Look at Graham Potter when he came in at Chelsea after what he did at Brighton. And he couldn't cut it at Chelsea. And within a few months, they got rid and brought Lampard in, and he was a disaster as well towards the end of last season. So Poch is already fighting the tide as it is in terms of what he's inherited. But are the questions being asked on the people above him from the Chelsea fans? Because after their loss to Wolves yesterday, they were chanting Jose Mourinho's name. And is Jose really going to be the saviour for Chelsea? Can you guys see that happening? Third time's a charm? Maybe. Who knows? It'd be interesting to have him back in the Premier League. I think Poch can do a job, but I think Poch can't handle the pressure of Chelsea right now. And I think he is walking a very fine tightrope. They've got Crystal Palace coming up next, who are probably one of the worst formed teams in the Premier League. If they were to lose to Crystal Palace, then this could be the end of the road for Pochettino. And would Jose come back where he belongs, as the Chelsea fans probably think, because they hold him in such high regard, the special one? Or on the second time, he was the happy one. What's third time going to be? Who knows? So, look, if I was a Chelsea fan, how would I feel about all this? I don't think that sacking a manager is going to solve your problems. Yes, you can have a manager who gets better out of the team. Some of his decision making is ridiculous. Why he's sticking with Sterling, who is utter garbage this year, is beyond me. Silva looks like he's past it as well. Chelsea traditionally played in a back three formation and had a lot of success with that. Yet Poch has stuck to a four-back formation, mainly in recent times a 4-2-3-1. And he just can't get that to work. And what is he doing with Caicedo, the player they paid over 100 million for? Brighton brought in for less than 5 million, turned him over to a 100 million player, and Chelsea have now reversed him back to looking like a 5 million pound player. Lavia getting injured, not getting a sniff. The only shining light right now for them is Palmer from Man City. He has been a revelation and kind of holding that team together. But they do have injuries. James, one of the best right backs we've seen in recent times in the Premier League. They can't keep him fit whatsoever. And Nkunku, I rate highly as not just a striker, but as an attacking player who can play anywhere across the front line. He's been injured for the majority of the season so far and has just started to come back into the Chelsea team. But can Poch do this? Can Poch turn it around? I don't think the fans will be patient with him. I think if they don't beat Crystal Palace and then they have a tough run of games coming up, we could probably see the end of Pochettino at Chelsea. But Chelsea fans, let me ask you, what do you actually want? Do you want Poch in or do you want him out? And if you want him out, who do you want in? And would you take the special one back? Let me know in the comments down below. If you've enjoyed the video, please don't forget to hit that like button if you haven't already. Subscribe to TFN if you are new here. We'll see you on the next video and have a good day.